Hi, it's Raj Bapala, co-founder and CEO of Applaa. As a parent, we want to give the best experience for our kids. I've got two kids, 11 plus, and other one is doing GCSE exams. So we've spent a lot of time and a lot of money for tuitions, 40, 50 pounds a class and math, science, and English, and many things. And also we've tried our platforms and people saying, okay, use Atom Learning, iExcel, and this and that. And they're okay, but at the end of the day, you're paying 40, 50 pounds for them, and it's really not working out. It's just like only one, and again, where do you go for the next, right? And it's just like a simple mock exam practice, it's there are so many things you can do. It's not really a comprehensive feedback mechanism tool, right? That's what I think. I got really frustrated with all these tools, and again, spending with teachers and tutors is not really working out. So here, that's why we built Appla with the vision of actually helping kids as early as, like from year 8 years onwards to all the way to the GCSEs. We've got the whole curriculum built. Again, we've digitalized the whole UK curriculum here. So, and actually we're giving a value only 9.99 a month, £10, right? What is that? Is the cost of a pizza, even less than that. And so we want to give that a best experience for everyone. You can really see from year 4 to year 11, they can see every single subject, math, they can able to look at this lesson. They can practice but understand the concept first rather than writing an exam for the sake of writing. And then you can able to do a lot of practice also. Then, what is this thing? And then you can see the assessment and whatever you wanted to do. And you can do a lot of things again each year, year 4, year 5, year 6, all the way to there, right? And that's about it. And also you can, once you have there, then probably, most people will go for 11 plus, which obviously you can really see. And yeah, so we have built a comprehensive 11 plus past papers, around 5 dozen papers we have. And again, four topics: verbal, non-verbal, math, and English. So you can able to see pretty much everything. You can take exams. Also, you can get the feedback. Also, you can see how many exams you've been taking. And these are the exams I've been taking about reasoning, and also you can really give the feedback by the subject, by lesson, and at least it will give you a really great feedback for the parent and also teacher for obviously if he's having a teacher and also parent and the kid for writing them as well. You can do quite a lot of things as well. So an example, let's take an exam for verbal reasoning. So you can really see that it actually I did an exam math for now before it actually tells you where you got right, where you got wrong. It's really great, right? As a parent, you cannot able to tell, what is the correct answer, right? So you can able to do, and it's brilliant, isn't it? So it just saves a lot of time. A lot of institutions are charging 40, 50 pounds, even for a paper sometimes, cost like that. And we're giving for free 5,000 questions, right? And many unlimited questions and papers they can do, all for 9.99. And they can do practice again if you want to do it. Just simply go and write an exam, and you can able to see submit papers. You can directly see as well, and the results coming through. As an example, let me go back and show the exam as well. So if you see some of the exams what I've done just now, you can see that exam coming through as well. You can really see the results. So it's just brilliant way to actually get the feedback as well as assessments for the kid who is writing the exam and studying, as well as for parents not to spend too much time for them to sit with them and write down exams, and also more importantly the cost. And we'll explain a lot also all of this in subsequent videos. You can also see that as well. I really trust this is valuable, and take advantage of this offer. It's only 9.99, which is a significantly lower cost. Anyone can able to afford it. It's a cost of a small pizza these days, and compared to 40, 50 pounds a tuition class. And I truly trust this is helpful for you. And yeah, sign up at applaa.com/UK, applaa.com/UK, and register for free. And it's 1 month free as well for you guys. So make use of it. And if you're writing the 11 plus exam, all the best. And again, we'll explain further details also in the subsequent videos. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into what's honestly one of the most high-stakes academic hurdles a young student can face, the 11 plus mathematics exam. Let's be completely honest for a second. The pressure is intense, and mastering this curriculum is absolutely crucial. But how do you actually guide a student from basic arithmetic all the way to advanced spatial reasoning without completely overwhelming them? Well, in this explainer, we're going to build your mathematical mental muscle using a premium digital notebook approach, and we'll lay out the exact anatomy of progressive skill building. All right, here's our roadmap for today. 1. The 11 plus cognitive leap. 2. Place value and operations. 3. Fractions and decimals. 4. Percentages and standard form. And 5. Master your 11 plus preparation. Let's jump in. Section 1, the 11 plus cognitive leap, building mental muscle. To truly build that mental muscle, we're using the Applaa platform as our case study today. Notice how pristine this digital interface is? That completely distraction-free setup is 100% intentional. No flashing graphics, no annoying pop-ups. It perfectly simulates the uninterrupted, intense focus you literally have to have on actual exam day. And this environment is brilliant for supporting what we call the cognitive leap. You start out at difficulty level 1. Think foundational subtraction, with a nice relatable context, like Arv's 56 toy soldiers minus 20. But here's the kicker. The ultimate goal is level 5. That is pure, unadulterated, abstract spatial reasoning, completely stripped of any real-world context to hold your hand. Moving right along to Section 2, place value and operations, the foundation. Now, you absolutely cannot make that cognitive leap without the basics totally locked into your mental notebook. So our very first essential concept is place value. This is the absolute bedrock of everything, right? The position of a digit entirely determines its value, scaling sequentially from ones up to tens, hundreds, and thousands. Whether you're tackling scientific notation down the line or just simple unit conversions, your place value reasoning has to be flawless. In early practice, that looks exactly like this, simply identifying the exact value of the digit 7 in the number 4,728. It's a level 1 assessment, which keeps the cognitive load intentionally low. Getting these quick, early wins, it's a real game changer. It builds that vital psychological confidence you're going to need before we start throwing harder, multi-step challenges your way. Which brings us to concept number 2, the 4 operations. You know them: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But at the 11 plus level, it's not just about knowing how to add or divide anymore. It's about executing mixed calculations accurately while the clock is ticking. Writing out your formal, step-by-step working clearly is absolutely paramount here. You literally cannot skip steps. Just look at the subtle shift in difficulty in a multi-step problem like this one. Jake has 45 marbles, loses 12, and then finds 8. Instead of just doing a single operation and moving on, you have to hold that first calculation right there in your working memory and then logically apply the second step. It's all about training that sequential logical processing. All right, Section 3, fractions and decimals, parts of a whole. Concept number 3 escalates the complexity a bit with fractions. Now, a fraction is simply how we describe a part of a whole, like half a pizza, right? You absolutely must master identifying the numerator on top and the denominator on the bottom. But the real secret sauce here? Finding equivalent fractions. That is a non-negotiable skill that's going to follow you straight into percentages and algebra. And this basic knowledge escalates fast into some pretty demanding multi-tiered logical pathways. Take a look at this scenario about a baker. Step 1 forces you to translate words into a division problem. Step 2 requires you to calculate a fraction of that result. But Step 3? That's the trap. You have to double-check that your final answer actually represents cakes on a shelf, not the number of boxes. It's rigorously testing your reading comprehension right alongside your math knowledge. Transitioning smoothly from that, we hit concept 4, decimals. Decimals just take our familiar place value tables and step right beyond the decimal point. We're separating whole numbers from parts of 1, tenths, hundredths, thousands. And as you'll see, this connects directly back to your fraction equivalencies, which makes calculations involving money or hyper-precise measurements an absolute breeze. Next up, Section 4, percentages and standard form, advanced scaling. Okay, we are officially entering advanced cognitive territory now with our 5th concept, percentages. Meaning literally out of 100, percentages are everywhere, from shop discounts to your test scores. Mastering this is all about recognizing its constant, unbreakable relationship with the fractions and decimals we just talked about. Look at how beautifully these 3 concepts align in practice. A fraction of 1/2 is a decimal of 0.5, which is exactly a percentage of 50%. Being able to seamlessly and instantly convert between these 3 forms without hesitation, that is a massive time saver when you're under intense exam pressure. And that brings us to our 6th and final concept, standard form, which you might also know as scientific notation. This tackles extremely large or microscopically small numbers concisely. You're basically mastering the power of 10 using the structure a times 10 to the power of n. The golden rule to remember here, that value a must always sit neatly between 1 and 10. Here is where the platform truly pushes the boundaries. Check this out. A straightforward level 1 unit conversion, like kilometers to meters, quickly evolves into a highly applied standard form problem. Suddenly, you're not just moving decimal points, you're dealing with geostationary satellite distances and error intervals. You are no longer just doing math, you're applying abstract theory to real-world engineering limits. And finally, Section 5, Master your 11-class preparation. So what does this all mean? Well, all this scaffolding we've been building prepares you for the ultimate shift. At difficulty level 4, you might be asked to find the area of a physical triangular field. The story kind of helps you visualize the math, right? But at level 5, all that narrative scaffolding completely vanishes. It just demands calculate area, base 12 centimeter, perpendicular height 5 centimeter. It demands strict, pure mathematical execution without any context to guide you. Adapting to that extreme level of logical complexity requires total, unwavering confidence in the basics. These 6 essential concepts, place value, for operations, fractions, decimals, percentages, and standard form, have got to be permanently stored and instantly accessible in your mental digital notebook. Master the basics, build your confidence, ace your 11+ maths. If you truly cement these 6 fundamental building blocks into your mental notebook, the only question left for you is, how quickly will you conquer the ultimate cognitive leap of the 11+?